Hey, welcome back to 6 Minutes. Glad you're here with us today.
So today we're talking about that horrible moment when something comes out of your mouth and you instantly wish you could take it back. We've all been there, right?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, this happened to me last week. I was at a work dinner and my colleague showed me photos of her new baby. And I said, "Oh wow, he looks just like your husband." And she said, "That's my daughter."
No, you didn't.
I did, and then I panicked. So you know what I said next? I said, "I'm so sorry, I don't know why I said that. I'm terrible with babies, I always get confused. I didn't mean anything by it, please don't be offended."
That's way too much. You made it 10 times worse by apologizing for that long.
Exactly. The more I talked, the more uncomfortable she looked. I turned a small awkward moment into a big awkward moment.
Okay, so what should you have done instead? Because my instinct would also be to over-explain.
The simplest recovery is just a quick correction with confidence. Something like, "Sorry, she looks just like your husband." And then move on immediately. Ask another question, like, "How old is she now?"
So the trick is you acknowledge the mistake fast, fix it, and then redirect the conversation somewhere else.
Right, you don't sit in the awkwardness. You give the other person an easy exit. If you keep apologizing, you're forcing them to comfort you, and that's not fair to them.
That makes sense. But what about bigger mistakes? Like, imagine you accidentally say something about someone's weight or age.
Okay, so let's say you're at a party. You see a woman and you say, "Oh, when are you due?" And she's not pregnant.
That is my worst nightmare. What do you even say after that?
Well, the worst thing is to freeze and stare. The second worst thing is to say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, you just look," and then stop yourself halfway through.
Because now you've made them think about what they look like.
Exactly. In a situation like that, one approach is to own it with honesty. You could say, "I'm sorry, that was a terrible assumption. Tell me, how do you know the host?" Complete subject change.
So you admit the mistake clearly but you don't describe it in detail. You don't say why you thought that.
Never explain your reasoning in that moment. Nobody wants to hear it. A short, honest apology and a new topic. That's it.
Okay, let me try one. Imagine I'm talking to my coworker and I say, "You look so tired today." And then I realize that sounds rude. How do I recover?
What would you say?
Maybe something like, "Actually, I think it's just the lighting in here. It's terrible for everyone."
That's pretty good. You're giving them an alternative explanation so they don't feel self-conscious. You're blaming the environment instead of their face.
But wait, is that dishonest? I mean, I'm basically pretending I didn't mean it.
It depends on the situation. With a close friend, you could be more direct. You might say, "Sorry, that came out wrong. I meant to ask if you're okay." That shows you care without insulting them.
So with a friend, you can explain your real intention. But with a coworker or someone you don't know well, it's better to just smooth it over quickly.
Right. The closer the relationship, the more honesty works. With a stranger, just redirect fast.
Okay, here's another one. What if you accidentally say something about someone's job? Like, "Oh, you're still working there?" Which sounds like you think their job is bad.
Good example. A natural recovery would be, last time we talked you mentioned you were thinking about a change. Are you still enjoying it?"
So you're reframing. You're giving a reason why you said still. That doesn't sound judgmental.
Exactly. You're adding context that makes your original comment sound neutral instead of rude.
Let me try a pressure situation. I'm at my partner's family dinner. I accidentally call his mother by the wrong name. I say, "Thanks for dinner, Linda." And her name is Laura.
Okay, what do you do?
I'd say, "Laura, I'm so sorry. This food has made me so relaxed my brain stopped working."
That's solid. You corrected yourself immediately, you used her real name, and you added light humor without making a big dramatic apology. The only thing I'd adjust is maybe don't blame your brain. It can sound like an excuse.
So just, "Laura, sorry about that. Everything was so delicious I lost focus for a second."
Better. It's light, it compliments her cooking, and you move forward. She'll probably laugh.
What if she doesn't laugh though? What if she looks annoyed?
Then you let it go. Don't chase the forgiveness. If someone isn't ready to laugh it off, repeating your apology makes it worse. You stay warm, stay normal, and let the evening continue.
Don't chase the forgiveness. I like that. Because sometimes we keep apologizing for ourselves, not for them.
Exactly. The repeated apology is about making yourself feel better. But the other person just wants to move on.
Okay, so let me summarize what I've learned. First, keep the recovery short. Second, don't explain why you made the mistake. Third, redirect to a new topic or question. And fourth, if humor fits naturally, use it, but don't force it.
And fifth, match your recovery to the relationship. More honesty with close people, more smoothing with strangers and coworkers.
This is actually really helpful. I always freeze in these moments and then I replay them in my head for 3 days.
Everyone does that. But honestly, most people forget your awkward comment in about 30 seconds if you recover well.
So what about you listening right now? Have you ever said something awkward and then made it worse by over-explaining? Or did you find a smooth way to recover? Tell us in the comments what happened and what you said.